From the very first rev of the engine, you could feel the energy in the air. Fire Today was not just another ride. It was a full-blown Superbike showdown featuring the legendary S1000RR, ZX10R, Hayabusa, and more. As we hit the open stretch, one by one, the bikes roared into drag mode, tearing through the streets like rockets. The public reaction was insane. People stopped mid-traffic, pulled out their phones, kids were jumping with excitement, and bikers on the side were shouting in disbelief. Just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, the riders switched to stunt mode. Wheelies, stop pies, and burnouts set the entire road on fire rocket. At one point, a biker pulled a heart-stopping wheelie right past a crowd, and you could literally hear the gasp from the people around. Face screaming in fear. Emotions were high, adrenaline was pumping, and this wasn't just a ride, it was an experience. If you're a true bike lover, this video is for you. Collision, so don't miss a second. Hit that like button, subscribe to REV RIDER, and join the journey as we bring you the wildest, most thrilling Superbike content from the streets to your screen. Motorcycle, red har. And just when the street started calming down, we heard another engine roar in from the distance. This time, it was a Ducati Panigale V4 pulling in like a beast entering the arena. The crowd turned their heads instantly, the sound slicing through the air like a fighter jet passing overhead. As the Ducati lined up next to the S1000RR, it felt like the entire street held its breath. One hand signal. One rev. And boom, they launched. Tires screaming, exhausts blazing, and hearts racing. It wasn't just a drag race, it was a clash of titans. Every second felt like slow motion as the bikes flew past, and the crowd erupted with wild cheers and shocked faces. Some even chased the bikes on foot just to get a closer look, shouting and laughing in pure disbelief. Cameras were out, people were live streaming, and everywhere you looked, eyes were wide and jaws were dropped. But it wasn't just about speed. There was raw emotion in that air. You could feel the connection between the riders and the crowd. Strangers were becoming fans. People who never cared about bikes were now obsessed. One uncle on the side, probably in his 50s, came up to me and said, "Beta, muibi bike colony hi dobara." And we both laughed, but there was something real in that moment. Bikes bring people together. Even little kids were shouting bike names correctly. Look, that's a Hayabusa. Imagine being part of a moment that sparks dreams in the next generation. We didn't stop there. The S1000RR rider turned around, looked at me, and nodded. I knew what that meant. It was stunt time. In a flash, he stood up mid-ride, pulled a long wheelie, and the whole road exploded with cheers. A ZX10R joined in, swerving left and right with insane lean angles, burning rubber into smoke clouds that rose like fog over the tarmac. It felt like a live-action movie, and we were all a part of it. The sun was setting behind the city skyline, casting golden rays over the shining bikes, and every rev of the engine echoed like thunder in the concrete jungle. Someone from the crowd even shouted, "Yeah, Fast and Furious Pakistan version high." And honestly, it felt just like that. Even the police showed up, not angry, but watching from a distance, smiling. One officer even gave us a thumbs up as we slowed down near a signal. That's the power of pure passion mixed with control. When you ride responsibly, even the authorities respect the vibe. But of course, we kept things tight, safe, and made sure no one was hurt or put at risk. This wasn't about chaos, it was about discipline, style, and community. And that's what makes this channel, REV RIDER, different. As night rolled in, headlights started glowing like eyes of dragons on the hunt. We regrouped for one final scene, all bikes lined up under a bridge lit by neon signs, with the city buzzing behind us. It was one of those rare scenes where you look around and realize, yes, this is what I live for. Bikers from different cities, backgrounds, and mindsets, all gathered by the same love for speed, freedom, and the roar of the machine. One guy, with oil on his hands and dust on his face, looked straight into the camera and said, "This is not a trend, this is our life." And I swear, I felt that line deep. Because we don't ride for views. We don't ride for fame. We ride because when the throttle opens, our souls breathe. Every moment we captured in this video is more than just footage, it's emotion frozen in pixels. From the wild burnouts to the soft smiles from an elderly couple who just stood and enjoyed the show, it all reminded us why we started this journey. REV RIDER isn't just a name. It's a movement. A feeling. A community of people who believe that bikes are more than machines. they're extensions of our dreams. So whether you're riding a 100 cubic centimeters or a 1,000 cubic centimeters, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you ride with heart. And that's why we keep going. Every like, every comment, every subscriber fuels this fire inside us to bring you even crazier, more emotional, more powerful content. And if you've watched this far, I know you feel it too. You're not just a viewer, you're part of the REV RIDER family now. So when you share this video, when you tag a friend, you're helping us keep this passion alive and take it across borders, across roads, across hearts. Because moments like these deserve to be remembered, celebrated, and shared with everyone who knows what it feels like when the engine starts, the visor drops, and the world fades away into the wind and the sound of pure freedom tearing through the streets like a promise that adrenaline never dies and legends are born on the road every day without warning or permission, just with passion and the will to ride harder, faster, deeper into the night and into the soul of every biker watching from afar. Or sitting at home dreaming of their next ride, hoping one day they'll join the roar and become a name whispered in the smoke of burnt rubber and echoes of a crowd screaming in awe and joy. Ask ChatGPT. As the engines cooled down and the smoke began to clear, we stood in silence for a moment, surrounded by the fading echo of roaring exhausts and the soft chatter of an amazed crowd. What just happened wasn't planned, it wasn't scripted, it was pure magic on wheels, the kind of experience that leaves a mark on your heart. You could see it in everyone's eyes, from the veteran riders wiping sweat off their brows to the young fans holding their phones up high, trying to capture every last second. This wasn't just a Superbike stunt show or a street race. It was a moment of unity, adrenaline, emotion, and expression, all tied together by a common love for speed and power. We came out to create content, but what we captured was something much bigger. A movement, a memory, a piece of motorcycling history that will be replayed in the minds of those who witnessed it. Every wheelie, every burnout, every insane drag battle wasn't just for thrill. It was for the feeling that rushes through your chest when you see something unforgettable unfold in front of you. And in those minutes, every person watching was no longer just a spectator. They were riders too, even if they didn't have bikes. Their hearts rode with us. As night fell and the city lights sparkled like stars beneath the street, the bikes lined up one final time, not to race, not to stunt, but just to exist in the moment. The glow from the headlights lit up the smiles on our faces, the sound of soft laughter and revving engines mixing like a song only bikers understand. People weren't ready to leave. Kids kept waving, asking for selfies, parents nodded in appreciation, and other riders from different areas kept arriving, just to be part of what felt like something legendary. And that's when it hit me, what we're building with REV RIDER is not just a channel, it's a legacy. Every like you drop, every share you send, every comment you post, it fuels this fire to go even harder. Because we're not just here to entertain, we're here to inspire. To show the world that when passion meets discipline, when thrill is mixed with heart, when machines meet meaning, something unforgettable is born. This video isn't the end. It's a beginning. A reminder that out there, beyond the screen, is a world full of roads, riders, and real moments waiting to be captured. So if your heart was racing, if your breath caught during that wheelie, if you felt that spark deep inside, then don't just scroll away. Become part of this ride. Hit that like, smash that subscribe, and join the REV RIDER movement, where every twist of the throttle writes a new story, and every story is meant to be legendary. Because we're not slowing down, we're just getting started. And next time, it could be your city, your street, your story, your roar. Ask ChatGPT.